Shop Top experience, and I am proud that I am a part of the Shop Top experience.
You know, don't be rubbing it in because I wasn't there.
It was worth the flight, girl. It was worth the flight.
I actually was trying to surprise Nell, but things got foiled. Like by Thursday, I was like, I can't come. But I was on my way.
And Amber D was there.
I know. And
I was ready to fight. You know.
And Kim, I haven't seen her in forever, but yeah. It looked like y'all was having a good time. I was like,
yeah, I was sorry that we didn't get that audio, the online audio right, you know.
Yeah.
It got so busy and so late, but we had to do what we had to do.
Listen, I didn't know the people could hear me whenever mail would go out. You're going, Nate, turn your big head around, Nate! So I know whoever was looking at me on the screen there, they're probably cracking up like, what is wrong with Nick?
Hey, I
I was unaware that people could hear me until I could hear what I was doing in the background. I was like, wait a minute. So I grabbed my phone and I said something. I, took it off mute and I said something in my phone and it heard it come through. I was like, oh, y'all can hear me.
Yeah. Well, the audience could, but yeah, it was nice. It was really nice. I'm happy to be a part of that.
So, we're gonna wait for her, but yeah, the nice topics that we got going on today. Y'all see that? It's bullying extinct. Yeah.
It's sad, but it is. But I gotta wait to hold my comments. But I'm like, we need them. We need bullies back.
What? Yes and no. It just depends. But yeah, that.
Let's wait. What are the hot topics? What's going on that I watch? I don't even watch TV anymore. I'm a TikTok addict. Ooh, we should have a TikTok rehabilitation center. We might get government. We can get government funding for that. I truly believe we can get government funding to have a TikTok rehabilitation center.
Listen, I don't do TikTok. I got an account. I just now got a Snapchat account and don't be on it.
I don't have a Snapchat. I never had a Twitter. I'm Facebook and TikTok.
I finally got a Twitter, but it was only one reason. But then they changed it from Twitter. Let's see, Kendrick Lamar, he on one with everybody. First it was J. Cole, now it's Drake.
Yeah, it was Drake. That's what I heard about. I don't know.
This last one, yeah.
But it's good to see beefs back. I mean, shoot, long as they ain't talking about kill and all stuff like that, if they take it back to the Kumo DLL days, I'm cool with that. Even though I really don't listen to it, but I mean, yeah, hey, you kids have fun. Good, clean, wholesome fun. Talk about each other's mama. That's what I want to hear. You know, we talked about everybody else's mama back in the day.
Oh, heck, shit.
Good, clean fun.
Either that or put a stick on your shoulder. I bet you won't knock it off. I bet you won't knock it off.
Those are good old days. Those are good old days.
Exactly. And then we have Chris Brown being petty and buying up all the tickets.
He got that off of 50 Cent. 50 Cent did that to Ja Rule.
Yeah. And so Chris, I guess he decided to do it to what's his name? Quavo. Quavo should have just well enough alone. You started, Chris finished, you tried to come back at him, and yeah, that was the ultimate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was the ultimate. So for those of you that don't know about the Chris Brown and Quavo beef, I guess Quavo had a few not so nice things to say about Chris Brown. So Chris Brown came back with a diss record, or a diss track, and it was hot. And yeah, that Quavo should have left it alone. So he called himself coming back with something, and you know they a bunch of mumble rappers anyway, and it didn't make no sense. And so Chris went to the Ultimate Petty and pulled a 50 Cent. Quavo had a show. I think it was in Connecticut somewhere. Quavo had a show, and therefore Chris Brown bought all the tickets.
But you know what's good about that? You know what's good about that? What's good about that is the fact that the people that actually had him, it was like a personal show.
Yeah,
like,
and the thing is, he still got paid. Chris still put money in his pocket.
Still got paid, and he didn't have to. Well, you know what? I believe that you need to do the same show for one person as you would do for 1,000, or in their case, like 100,000, 10,000.
Right.
But it was all over abroad, and they say that it's a man's world. Is it?
Hey.
Is it?
Be nothing.
Clearly. Without who? You didn't finish it.
A woman.
No, I don't remember.
I was. Yeah, we know. I was waiting on him. He had to stop real quick.
Yeah, exactly.
That's I'm like, wait, what? It wouldn't be what? Let's get it going.
Whatever.
We gotta do what we do. Hey, listen, real quick. Today's topic. I'm gonna put it up there before we get it going. I'm gonna let y'all know what it is in advance. Let's see. Do I have it up there? Lord have mercy. Is bullying essential?
Yes, it is.
No, that's the topic, young man. That's the topic. Stay focused. We got to show. We got to be professional.
Yeah.
Somehow we lose that. Oh, I got to actually put it up here now. Dang it. All right, check this out. So is bullying essential? That's it. And we're going to go into a little more detail on that. Okay? Thanks, Nick. You held it down at the online. You tried to till you cussed us out online, and everybody can hear you.
Like, I did not realize that whenever you went out, that everybody that was watching could still hear me. I didn't realize that.
Oh,
Like, wait a minute. If they can hear me, then they can. So I was like, oh, my bad, y'all.
It's super.
Cornell got a good laugh.
Look, I'm like, it's super hot. I'm sorry. I got to go throw back. Like, where's that?
Off the wall. Hey.
Woo.
Hey,
Like, got to hit the album.
that album reminds me of a whooping I got.
You got a whipping with an album?
No. My mom bought me that cassette 8-track, and I opened it, and it came in the mail because they had my name on it. Oh, she told me. I don't know if
What was it for Christmas?
That was my birthday.
Oh, okay. And you blew the birthday gift, so she had to find something different?
No, she found nothing different. She taught me a lesson. I don't touch nobody's purse, and I don't open nobody's mail to this day.
This was the you know when you open it up, you got the whole body. Take it on back.
I had all of them.
Those are classics.
It definitely is. Definitely is. Working day and night, baby. Oh, I'm so hot. This don't make no sense. I'm sorry. That's why I keep going in and out. What'd you say?
You transformed because you was like, Schmiego. You came off screen, came back, and like, hey, what your name is?
You're stupid. Never that. Always ready. Always ready. Listen, let's talk about these hot topics real quick. Well, first of all, let me give a shout out to Kamara Lee Simmons. Today is her 49th birthday.
Happy
That's it.
birthday.
Now, you know what's crazy? 49, and she had the nerve to be talking about her husband, Russell. Ma'am, talking about he like little kids.
Didn't she leave him?
But guess what? How did she get him? Her parents okayed for them to get married. Stop playing.
Get married, right?
You know, it's okay as long as you getting paid, and then now you're not getting paid. That's the problem.
Now you got a problem.
Why is she talking about him when her daughter is following in her footsteps, going after old men? So, like,
I'm glad you ladies see right through this. I'm glad. Y'all making me proud. Maybe my work here is done after all.
whatever.
What you said? We making you proud. But that's correct.
When I agreed with Nate last week, what was he? Because I couldn't see. I saw the back of him.
It was, I had to pause the whole
The
show.
dramatics. The dramatics.
Now, I think it's a cultural thing, though.
What's that?
In Asian America. And she has become Americanized. Because they do date, it'd be like old people that I know of, that I can see. I was like, I think it might be something to that.
Well.
And you want to make sure you marry wealth.
Right. You have to marry wealth or white. And it's about lineage and money. It's not about, nothing else. They don't care about, like, love. This is, just my
your perception. Uh-huh.
Right. It's not, oh, I love him. It's, hey, what can he do for our lineage and our family? So that's probably why they let her, marry some old Negro. But he was paid. So.
And he was light-skinned, so the offsprings won't be too dark.
Yeah.
That light-skinned thing, did that bother you? That light-skinned thing?
Still, to this day.
Say to this day, that's it.
To this very day.
Now, I was watching, we have like cyberbullying, and I was watching a show where the guy was talking about how things are different now versus how things are different now than the way that it was prior to. Mm-hmm. Even during our age, I'm going to say 20 years ago. Now, people are more boisterous, if you notice, outspoken, and seem to feel as though that there's no repercussions.
Well, the crowd
and with that, I'm going to start the show, and we're going to talk about, is bullying extinct? And is that why people are the way that they are? All right. Is it? Is it, lovely people? Now you can answer the question.
Oh, well, yeah.
Is it extinct?
Yes, extinct. Yes, it's extinct. And the difference is, before, we didn't have as big of an audience. If I said that to Nick, it was in school. And only people knew about it was in school. Now, I know about Little Bebop's and Scrappy's beef. You know what I mean? Because it's all over the place. But, and they don't have any repercussions. It's either no repercussions.
Things out here. Social media, everything is done online. Everything is shown online. It's World Star, all of that. So yeah, but
there's no repercussions. Mm-hmm. I used to talk about Cornell, and we fought 3:00 dirt road. There was a repercussion. Now I can say all this stuff, and then I'm digging deep. He posted. I went on his OnlyFans page and took a couple pictures and posted them. It's deep and personal. It ain't just about your mama no more. So, yeah, it's gotten worse, but there's no repercussions for it. So, yeah, we need it. If we need lions in the jungle, they balance everything out.
No, we need the village back. That's what we need.
But the village is a little different. The village, nobody, I mean, how many people, do people still get on punishment?
Well, I just changed the Wi-Fi passcode. In my house.
That's the punishment?
What? It works. What you gonna do? Tell them to go to their room? That's where they're at anyway. You gotta tell them to go outside. What did I do? What did I do? It's a different world.
So how do we bring it back? Well, before we do that, before we go there, I want to dig deep into this because it's not a yes or no. And we know that the word bullying, it's like if a group of people are uncomfortable, it changes. And that's what we have even now. Yeah. It's like, okay, I didn't like the way that I was, that it felt when I was bullied when I was and I was younger and I was afraid to go to school. I hated to go to school and all that other stuff. But it's interesting that that very same person, and I'm speaking facts, are now the bully. So how does that work? If it's like, if you don't like it, okay, now we understand. Oh, I understand your feelings. Oh, my apologies. And then you want to bully. No, everything you say has a repercussion in life.
So are you being, vague for a reason? Because I like to go into something like that.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just not going to say the name. I won't disclose that information ever.
Well, the group, is this a group that has initials?
No. Oh. But we could go into detail with that as well.
Okay, because I know our rules and regs, but the the elemental P's?
No, the LGBTQIA. Go ahead.
Elemental P's, they will bully you into accepting and liking them. It ain't just like, hey, we're here. Okay, well, cool. Y'all going over there have a drink. No, you come have a drink with us and you accept us. And if you don't, there's repercussions. That's the whole thing.
So you would term that bullying?
Yes. Yeah, I have to see it.
Look, I got to cross my legs.
Yes.
It can be, and it can be a sense of peer pressure as well.
It's a global scale.
Well, yeah, but we got to break it down. One thing I'm going to do is always break it down to its lowest number. Okay. And if you look at it, it's more, to me, I feel like peer pressure. So if you don't like what I like, and you kind of, I want to make sure I phrase this the way I'm trying to project it to you guys, and I am projecting right now. I'm heterosexual. And you can say, and I'm talking, some of the people in the LGBTQIA community, you can say, oh, okay, well, just because you don't agree with certain things, you hate LGBTQIA. And that is not true. It's not true. Stay here with me, please. It's not true. And it's like, okay, so you're trying to tell me to accept yours. Mine has to be wrong. And that's what's happening in everything, and not just with the LGBTQIA. It's like, if I don't agree with you, I'm saying everywhere, because I'm going a little deeper. Everywhere. It's like, if you don't agree with the next person, then, and yours is wrong. Your view is wrong. And that's why I was asking, is bullying extinct? Because you had that bully that if you said something crazy, they popped you. You knew, like, okay, let me think about this whole thing. Now it's the whole cancel culture type thing.
Right.
And that's not where I'm going with it, because I can care less, honestly. You got to be able to speak your views. I want to know which direction you're going.
Well,
I'm going with titles, too. Go ahead.
Well, I was going as bullies. I'm being bullied into embracing your culture and doing things with your culture. I have to do, all my moves have to be conscious of you, their feeling.
Okay.
In turn, I'm being bullied. You know what I mean? And
okay.
Like I'm a firm believer in remote control. Hey, if you don't like it, just change the channel. But they're bullying crosses every border. I mean, you see it everywhere, and they're forcing it down our throat.
Is it because, stay focused here, is it because of the strength of the group? Would you say that's it?
Well, the strength came because they were given a power. So now they're just...
By whom?
The powers that be. I truly believe it's a plan.
They air quotes for the listening audience.
Right.
They gave them the power?
Yes. Come on, dude. We've been fighting. We shall came way before It's Raining Men. And you don't get a...
I ought to play that. It's raining, man.
Hey, look. We've been singing We Shall Overcome thousands of years before It's Raining Man came out. Or YMCA. So, which one has seen the more progress? Which one has the more rights?
So, okay, so that's not our fault?
What do you mean? How is it our fault? You don't think we would have said, let's remix We Shall Overcome or Wade in the Water. Let's remix it, get it together, and get some funding behind it.
Well, actually, Tony did Hey Little Walters.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you know the rhythm, you know the rhythm. I had to get you there.
Yeah, right.
But watch this.
There's no money or power behind that. There's no money or power behind you with your darkening, your chocolatey skin. So, no, we don't care.
So,
guess what? If you like...
But shouldn't we care?
Yeah, we should, but we're the lowest common denominator, but the strongest group.
Why won't we come together?
Because that is just something.
So you can't blame another organization as to why you're weak.
No, but guess what? I live in Youngstown.
I mean, let me say this though. For those people out there, and I'm about to dig into them, I'm gonna tell you about it. The reason I say that for why you're weak, our race is gonna be different. We got hurdles and I get that. And it's like, okay, but before the race ends, we tend to drop off. And it's almost, if you want to go with the politics that I don't like, you got your Democrats and you got your Republicans. And I said this before, if this is the Republican representative, they're all going to vote for this here pencil. Mm-hmm. Because for the goal, where we Democrats have the idea of the best man for the job. And that's good. But in order to move, we have to say, okay, let's all go here to be strong. Because you said we're stronger in numbers.
Well, but I mean, we're also split up and confused. We fight more with each other than anything. Black woman don't like the black man. Black man don't like the black man. This, that, and
everybody fighting for the black man. Men and women.
Oh, okay, but yeah, because we are needed. And you know why we're hated so much? I know why we're hated so much.
Why?
You know why?
Why?
Because we're the only one that can make ourselves. We reproduce. We make ourselves. So black man get with anything on the planet, they're having a what? A black baby. We're the only culture can do it. We're the only
but I talked about this a while back. Watch this stuff. Mm-hmm. Did you see the applications?
Listen, the higher ups want that to be changed. They're gonna tell you everything. Listen, you're 4 years old.
Wait. Let's stay focused because I'm here to edutain. The applications, I know you guys have noticed. Before it was African American, Caucasian. We did have
specific Asian.
We had not yet. They weren't on there yet. I'm talking at the very beginning. And you had the option of other. That was 1, 2, 3. Then it went to Hispanic got added on. Native American got added on before Hispanic. Now it's black, white, biracial has their own box. Because remember, it was 1% black, you were black. Now biracial has a box. And you have Caucasian, you have all of them, and you have Caucasian, which is still at the top because of that biracial box. And you have Asian now. Go ahead.
I'm going to further separate you. And guess what? I'm going to give biracial. I'm going to put them over the Negroes.
Oh, yeah. They are.
Yes, but that is planned separation.
That used to be other. If you
Guess
wanted
what?
to. But people knew.
Two or more race, Mexican or Latino.
We're going to give you a
And
name.
then
Well,
the Hispanics have a separate box now because you check that, but then they ask you if your ethnicity is Hispanic or yeah. So
if I give you a name,
well, yeah, that's called splitting it up.
Power. Yeah, I can allot my power. So guess what? We're going to give interracial a name in a box. Now we're going to separate them and we're going to treat them better. They can get loans. They don't have to live in red line districts. We don't, they're in this tax thing. If you separate the name, it is how you profit from it. Just like with the damn kids with the ADHD or whatever. Ain't none of us had that. We had a quick whop, sit it down.
basically, that's it.
That's all it took. Now, no, they need a drug that you have to buy that the government makes money on. Dude.
I remember I was working at this one place, and it was very interesting because of what we have now with the drug epidemic, I'll say. What we have now, a young man, I was doing his interview, and we have to ask the question, how old were you when you took your first drug? That young man told me 5. He was 21 years old. He said 5. I said 5? And then you ask the question, who introduced you? Because usually, you hear it was your friends and all that. He said, my mom. Then he told me what it was. And he was saying everything that is. He was saying, each year he had to go to the doctor. He would get his, back then it was Ritalin. And so he went on talking about the different and what it changed to. And I won't sprue all those if you know, you know. Then he said, now I'm 25 years old. And he said, and when he graduate, after going to the psychiatrist and psychologist, because you have your insurance and everything, when you graduate, it's over. Now, so and an addiction. So you have that. So now you're addicted to this. This is going to make me feel this way. This is going to make me feel this way. And he said he was chasing that same feeling because he know he needed something. And that's when he went to the street. Because once you finish, if you're not in college, once you finish high school and you don't go to college, he said, you're on your own. And I said, on your own to go to the doctor? He said, well, I can afford the insurance. And then they cut you off at a certain time. And he wasn't able to work because of his, air quotes for the listening audience, diagnosis.
They squeezed every dime out of him they could as a child. They drugged him and gave him stuff he didn't need until he graduated high school. So, you graduated high school, we don't care about you anymore. We can't get any more money out of your insurance. Screw you. Now it's your family's problem.
Well, it was the family's. It was it was the family's problem before. But my thing is, that's where the issue is at in society. Period. It's like you drop them off, and it's like, okay, now they're on their own. You're grown. You're 18, and government says you're 18. You're grown, and we as parents like, okay, well, you're 18. You're grown. Go ahead, do your thing. How when you don't know how?
You can't just name me one thing, just anything you can that the government has been involved with and it was successful.
Well, that ain't this kind of show. We talking about. Look, but we know who the bully is.
Damn. It's just sad because you can see vividly.
They don't have a place to go. Which direction do we go?
You're being pulled both directions.
No, we're being swept downstream.
Okay, so if you know it, what can you do to fix that?
Okay, everybody know that McDonald's serves human food, right?
No, everybody does not know that, allegedly.
Okay, well, I'm
go ahead.
Look it up, a lawsuit. But you think that stuff they sales? Because they're so addicted and in tune to it, they're swept downstream. At this point, I know, Little Debbie's ain't good for me, but I mean, I sit there every day when I try to eat one and be like,
choices.
Do I need on my toes?
Choices.
But if you were raised in that choice, if that like the dude who was raised with Ritalin and all that stuff, that's his norm.
That is his norm.
When you take away his norm, it's not easy. It's not easy. Hey man, stop using makeup.
I'll be fine with it. Y'all be seeing me.
Oh, okay.
But I get it. Go with it.
Right. So, I mean, it's not just easy. Drugs are bad. Don't do drugs. Okay? Drugs are bad. That's supposed to say, you know what? You're right. I'll stop using crystal.
But here we go. We're back to that. So just because you tell me something, I'm supposed to do it? Or get bullying into it?
No, the bullying part is, I'm going to make you accessible. I need you to, listen, I need you to be addicted to something so I can extract as much money out of the system on your behalf. Now,
me being in the field that I'm in, I'm going to disagree with you on that. Because there are people who have issues and chemical imbalances that they actually need it. My thing is, and I don't want to talk medicine, pushing it on people who don't need it. You know your child more than anyone. But we're going to get back on track, so we're not going to talk about, which we know, the people, my people know, we're not going to talk about bullying chemically. We're going to talk about bullying physically.
Fighting at 3 o'clock on the dirt road.
Right. We're going to talk about physically and mentally. And honestly, I think a lot of this kind of comes with the mental bullying, has people on the chemical bullying.
Yeah.
So it kind of all ties together, but I'm not going to go into that.
I have never seen as many people with anxiety problems get drugs for that.
Well, watch this. We've all had anxiety problems. And I wouldn't even call it a problem. It's something that we have. We all have experienced anxiety.
Well, here's the thing.
Anytime I got on stage, before I was getting on stage, I was a little one. And I knew it was my part in the play. I was on the edge. Oh, I got to pee. Anxiety. Always got to go to the bathroom right before. I can't. Boom, showtime.
You don't have to deal with that, Mel. There's a drug for that. Just take this. Yeah, it's highly addictive, but I mean, you will be able to go on stage on Easter and say, Jesus wept. Yay!
And we all clap for you.
But there's a drug for that. I'm throwing my... Well, that's agenda based. I want to stay on bullying. I want to fight. Here's the story. My boy. I'm telling you, I ain't never told... He don't even know this. Marvin Hayes. I used to be scared of hell of that dude.
All of them, all three. That name. That's what... Did Marvin start that mess?
What mess?
Where everybody was scared of him.
No. But guess what? Marvin bullied me into being in shape.
Okay.
He's just a friend of mine. He would come pick me up. We'd have to run these stairs at wide shoot. And I was scared to tell him no. Always been cool to me and stuff like that. But he was a big dude back there. I was... But, he wasn't a bad bully. But, I mean, he bullied me into running them steps and getting better. So, I can't be mad at him.
So, because you were afraid of him, you like, let me go ahead and run these steps.
Yeah. But, I mean, that was one. But, like I keep saying, if there's a lion in the jungle somewhere, we all act differently. Now, if you take all the lions out the jungle, us gazelles is talking mad stuff. Oh, I'm the baddest thing on there. I can do this. Because there's no consequences. I can say this. I can do this and that and other. But I don't care if you're a zebra and I'm a wildebeest. I'm going to be like, male, lion. And we're going to come together and we're going to work in a certain way.
And see, so that bullying, I've known, I guess you could. It's something you didn't want to do and you did it. But that was for the good.
It was for the good. But, I mean, even like before, when I played football, just like that, after that first hit, I needed to get hit real one time hard. I said, okay, I'm ready now. It shook the right out of me. But now there's drugs for that. And the new football leagues, they're going to be hugging each other all season this year. New tackling protocol, you can't do this. They're building us weaker and weaker. You remember the old school cars was built of metal, you get in an accident, you get out and say, man, you wipe that spot off. I'm good, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Now you tap something in these little plastic things, the whole car cracked.
I remember I caught myself going to a softball game. And this was way back, and this is before I didn't know what was going on. I went to this game, and I thought it was a softball, but though it looked like baseballs for real. It was all chicks. Man, the chick got hit in the face. She was like, "Rah!" I looked. I was like, "Yeah, I ain't playing." I mean, she was like, "Rah!" And they just like wiping it off. I was like, "Yeah, I'm not playing this one." Listen, they was for real. I was like, this is not softball. Ain't nothing soft about them or that ball. And I told my boy Leonard, that's who I was with. We took the patients there. And I was like, oh, I ain't playing that game. So it is a difference. You're built differently.
Yeah, you're built different.
So now if everybody is this way and nobody can say what's wrong, then what do we have? Workplace bullying?
We have everything is considered bullying. I can't bullying or SA. There's a name for everything.
Right.
But you have a society where I'm scared of the young kids now. I see young kids, I'm out.
What are you afraid of? What they gonna do? Cry too hard?
Hey, please.
These little kids nowadays.
No bullying. There are a whole bunch of gazelles, but these gazelles got guns. So they scared of a butt whooping. They can't take a loss in a fight. All they want to do is, I'm the biggest, I'm the baddest, and shoot up the club. Be in front of them, your honor. Sir, no, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Now they want to have fun thing. Look, they out there. There's no structure anymore. Remember how many our grandmothers? How many other kids did they whoop?
I was just having that conversation.
Our grandmothers and mothers whooped the neighborhood.
The whole entire neighborhood, yes.
And to this day, when you got an older woman around, there's a certain decor or respect that you have.
But they don't have that.
No. These young kids don't have it no more. They do not care. You look at them sideways and they'll cuss you out. I'm talking about 7, 8 years old.
Okay, tell me this.
It's all a part of sometimes some of these parents too.
Okay, but now watch this. Do you remember being in school and having that person next to you that we discuss as these young children?
No.
You never had that person in your school or a classmate that was what we have now? That was that person? See, I did too.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not talking bullies. I'm talking the person that just said what they wanted without repercussions and they go and tell. The Karens.
Well, no, because there was a reaction to your actions back when I was a kid. I don't care who you was. You can't just say my mama and I not do nothing to you. I had to. It's almost, yeah.
Your mama. What was that? What was that though? Your mama.
Well, that was what was in. Remember, that's right. I said your mama.
That was the jam.
I mean, yeah, that was just the thing. That was the worst we could. We wasn't cussing you out. We were saying your mama's so fat. Your belt line is equator. Just stupid stuff.
Right, but you know what? Nobody really fought. It was your mama jokes. Yeah. That was it. Yeah. And then afterwards, okay, we done. That's it. That's all. Everybody goes off their business.
You were talking about my mama then. Our kids and grandkids get to worry about someone finding my mama's OnlyFans page and copying provocative pictures and showing them. So
watch this.
Bullying is different. It's totally different.
Guess what?
There's no repercussions.
It's not even. It's right. And I'm like, I wouldn't even consider that bullying because the parents don't care. Because they're not looking at the legacy at that age.
No one's looking at legacy. But they're not top legacy. That's why I keep on, even at our show, when I cornered, me and somebody was cornered talking about our kids because they've been dating for years and they getting to that age. I'm like, listen, we both waiting for kids. It's bad when both sets of parents want y'all to have kids and y'all still just date. Man, yeah, legacy. We worried about legacy.
At this age, but what age do we usually look at legacy? Because I know 30, I wasn't looking at legacy.
Yeah, you're right.
So we can't expect that. We can't push that on them, honestly.
You're right, but yeah, I still want to bully a little something. I can bully my son, he mine. I made him.
Okay. Oh, maybe that might be why the other like, maybe they don't want that caveman legacy.
Oh, hey, y'all gonna need us. Y'all gonna need us. Oh, they're attacking. Oh, no, let's LGBTQ, y'all going out there and fight. Captain.
But you don't even have just the LGBTQ. You got regular people that's like, oh, I'm not doing it. I'm not being involved. It's not my problem.
Right. I feel that way about a lot of the stuff.
So why do we look at fighting as negative?
Well, it depends on what you're fighting for.
There's a difference between men and women fighting.
Okay. I'm talking physical. I'm not talking about debating.
Okay, no, yeah, but I mean physical fighting. If y'all got in a physical fight, if you and Nick got in a physical fight in junior high, I bet you y'all still wouldn't like each other to this day.
Well, yeah, there is a difference between men and women.
Right, because I'm good friends with
But watch this. If it wasn't over a guy, I'm telling you, if it wasn't over a guy, we would be cool. If it was over a guy, then somehow chicks just don't. Yeah, for the rest of your life, you don't even know what this dude doing. He would bum on the street.
Right.
He was slamming Cadillac doors, now he's slamming kickstands.
Here it is.
I'm not even gonna lie. I know I'm guilty of it because there's some females that I'm like, I don't deal with that female. Why? And it's
you'll be like, oh, I don't even remember.
Some of them I don't remember. Some of them we do talk because it just depends on the degree. But then there's some of them that I'm just like for life.
I can't. Hey, listen. I'm friends with guys that we cross streams with. You know, when the Ghostbusters, you ain't supposed to cross the streams. But yeah, we cross streams, and to the day, hey, what's happening, fam? Cool. You drinking? I got you. This, that, and other. Us after the physical, everything calms down because there's a pecking order. If I beat you up good, now you know I can win, and you don't come with that garbage. A woman, well, anyway, she just got lucky, blah, 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 and talking all this stuff, and all the while hiding behind somebody else. So with guys, watch boxing. After the fight, after I done talked to all this stuff, Cornell, I'm going to punch you in your face, your jab weak, this, that, and other, I'm going to bow, and then you don't want none of me, I'm a real man. All of this. After the fight, man, I was just like, yeah, man, you was a lot stronger than I thought. In the middle of the ring, hugging, and that's it. After that, I got a rematch clause, and after I get this out together and go get a checkout, I'll fight him again. But it ain't, it's no longer this anger and visceral thing.
Is that because, is that by women being emotional and men being more physical?
That's exactly.
And it's like you win, you take an L, it's over.
I took an L.
Now you already know that's when the guns and stuff came out when they took an L. Dudes.
Now they can't take an L.
Not even now. Back in the 90s.
No, I wouldn't say.
Man, I seen some dudes fighting. It was the funniest thing. Because the one dude didn't even want to fight him because he knew he could beat him. He just took his shirt and put it over his head. And the dude was running around in circles. Still funny to this day. I ain't lying. Dude came back and shot him. Because he pulled his shirt over his head. He didn't even fight him.
And you know what you told me the whole story. That dude was from a single parent. I got money. Putting all of my money. 38 cents on that dude being from a single parent household.
Wow. Now, why would you say that?
Because he all emotion, all feeling. His feelings were hurt. That's why he did that. That's all emotion. Not he beat me off. I couldn't get out of this. I better leave him alone. I can't believe he hurt my feelings. Because he didn't beat him up. He hurt his feelings.
Okay. I can understand that, I guess, but not to have a gun.
Right.
And it is pivotal to have both parents in the household. And I'm going to say that because you'll know what to do and what not to do. You can make life decisions based off of that. Because I look up and be like, oh, yeah, I know I ain't going to deal with no dude like that. Or, whatever the circumstances are.
And you know where it made the agitator standpoint. It's more pivotal for a father to be there.
Talk to me. Come on, speak up.
It's more pivotal for the father to be there. Only reason because the father trains the child, men and women, how to survive outside of the house. Women want to train the child how to survive inside of the house. So love, affection, get it your way, this, that, and other. Man is like, hey, when you out here, they don't care about you. Blah, 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 this, that, and other. And he sets boundaries and rules. And it ain't always in your favor. The world ain't about you. That's what a man brings to the table. And at that point, when the child understands the world ain't about him, and he's not always in his feelings and stuff like that, hey man, you took the loss. you took the loss. Yeah, well, hey, either train to get better or stay away from that. But guess what? That kid that bullied my kid, I needed him because he taught him lessons. But I was there to say, hey man, well, hey, you lost. You lost. Hey man, well, let's wipe it off. Let's go get some ice cream. If you want to talk about it, let's talk about it. But you ain't going, no, he pulled my shirt over my head. I'm going to pat, pat, pat. Now he's somewhere sitting down. His legacy is gone. You know, even if he out by now, he lost time in his life where he needed to learn something. Oh, he learned something in there. He learned something in there. But I'm saying it could have been a lot different if it wasn't feeling based and this dude wasn't even being bullied in your story. Because the dude didn't want to fight him. And all the dude did is, hey man, come here. Put this thing over him and he was running around. A fight would have been like, okay, I'm pulling it over and I'm just punched right in the face. Yeah. Then when he lay on the ground, I'm power driving. That's a fight. But this thing he did, he got his feelings hurt. Now, if there were more lions in the jungle and that was commonplace, don't go over there, that lion's over there. Guess what all the gazelles, zebras, and all of us says? Lion. You're looking at the monkeys in the trees, and the monkeys, you'd be like, all right, thank you. And you would go that way. Now we like, listen, lion, you know, you the lamb walking up to the lion, be like, so guys, what are you guys feeling like for dinner? And then mad at the lion because he's like, you. Oh no, you can't do that. That's racist.
I'm gonna tell you something that's a key point in that story that I shared. The one that was the quote unquote bully that really wasn't. He wasn't the one that even started the fight. It was the other guy that started the fight. And then the bigger guy was like, I'm not even fighting you. Pulled his shirt over. That's how it happened. Pulled his shirt over his head and that was it.
And hurt his feelings.
Now you do have a point there because when you have women and they have sons, they're going to teach their son how to wash his own clothes, how to cook, how to do all that stuff so you don't need a woman. And I've heard single mothers say that. And why wouldn't you want him to have one?
Here's the story or the joke of the week. Mom was in the kitchen cooking with her son. First thing she says to her 2-year-old son, hey, don't touch the stove, it's hot. Mommy, what's hot? What's the opposite of cold? Mommy, what's cold? Well, that's when this went on for 2 hours. Dad walks in the kitchen. Mom says, hey, watch Junior. I got to run upstairs and do something. First thing Dad says is, hey, don't touch the stove. It's hot. Well, Daddy, what's hot? Touch the stove. Touch the stove. She comes back down. She was like, what are you guys doing? He's like, I'm teaching him what hot is. I've been trying to do that for 2 hours. She said, it's easy. Watch this, Junior. Everything around you is hot. Hot, hot, hot. See the lesson?
He put his hand on the stove.
Hey, don't touch the stove. Well, why? Because it's hot. Well, what's hot? Touch the stove. Why touch the stove? Something he'll never do again. But guess what? In a woman's thing, oh, you're being mean and you. But he needed that bullying lesson. See how I stay with the topic? Dad bullied his son by saying, hey.
But then and dad is considered a bully or unfit, and we need to call children's services because he put that child's hand on that hot stove.
But guess what that child has learned?
Not to touch the stove.
My lesson is complete. I did it in under 2 minutes. Hey, don't touch that. It's hot. Well, what's hot? Touch that.
Now check this out. You remember even you said touch that, but when they actually would take your hand and put it over it. And then they say, oh, that's not good. They shouldn't have done that.
Well, guess what? Being a wuss is what's in. Everybody's feelings are important in this country.
Okay.
Everyone's feelings are important. Everybody. I don't care how you feel about it. Not only is it just to you, but it's supposed to go with everything. Mel, you feel as though that you're an ugly man. I'm like, nah, Mel, you ain't ugly. Nah, Mel, you ain't even a male, Mel. But that's how you feel, so I have to address you that way.
I identify as a rich black woman. So treat me accordingly, all of y'all.
That doesn't seem to work because I identify as a great credit white man. I still can't get that. A white man with great credit.
We ought to go in there and be like, yo, I identify. Can I get this loan? Since that's what we accepting everybody.
Yeah, since areas is now people can identify as a season.
You see that? Identifying as a season.
No, I seen that little girl.
Okay, I identify as summer.
Listen.
Right.
So what does that mean? What does that mean?
I don't know, I'm hot, I guess.
This is why bullying is needed.
But yeah, like you can identify as a season. You can identify as.
And you know the bully would have been eating the child up talking about something identifying as a season. Oh.
I seen a TikTok video, which is what I do most of the day. It was this dude on a plane. He was a male stewardess, and he was going through checking people's ID.
Okay.
And like, hey, there's supposed to be a man there, and there was this 120-pound little girl who identified as a man and was with her wife or whatever the case may be. And this little 5 foot identified a man and was bucking up on this dude, and he was just laughing at her, like, ma'am, sit down. I'm not a ma'am. I am a man. You will identify me. I was like, man, listen, if he'd have punched this girl, he'd have made more money on people sending him cash out money because he'd have lost his job. But this was the funniest thing in the world. And I'm just like, yeah. So when that lion is hungry and you identifying as a lion, but you get fur and everything like a lamb, you're going to get eaten. But no, that would be wrong. Like, you can't bully me like that. I'm a lamb and I identify as a lion.
Okay, and then in turn she's bullying. She's saying he's bullying her because he's not.
You're not calling me a lion. You're
right.
not calling me a lion.
He's bullying him into making him call her what she wants to be called instead of what she really is.
Now, in the world of Nate, he'd have flicked that he'd have grabbed her by her throat and sat her down and say, now, do you really want to play this game? And, oh my God, he hurt me. Then she'd have been a woman right at that point. Then it would have been a woman at that point. And she would have identified as a woman then. As soon as he grabbed her and showed her with the strings and put her down in her seat by her neck. And when she sit there flapping, she would identify as a woman there.
Now, speaking of that, I got a question for you. So let's talk. There's a situation. You have AAA. This actually happened before it went viral.
I've seen that.
But listen, this happened here, close to home, where you have AAA, and the person they send out is a female. Are you changing your own tire, Nate?
Yes.
And you paying the AAA?
Yeah. Huh?
And you paying the AAA? They said
it's certain things that men won't allow. And
okay.
I pride myself on being a man. If not even I don't even say a good man, just a man.
So how would you fix that? Would you be like, can you please send a man?
No, I'd be like, hey, I just need the tools. Excuse me, sweetheart. Sit back and get paid. So, what's your sign? You know? But no, I couldn't let her do that in front of me. Certain things men just don't feel comfortable. You know what I mean? And I'm more lenient than most.
And I guarantee you there's a bunch of them that would sit back and watch her because they'd be like, shoot, I ain't getting paid to do that.
Getting paid.
I ain't got to get dirty.
But wait, I see both ends of it. And the reason I see both ends of it is because you call for a service and they're doing this, and you have some females who work for AAA, and that's what they do, change tires, but then talk about how raggedy the dude was because he sat there and watched. So did you come for the job, or do you want to be a woman that, you know what I mean?
Well, certain
I don't want to say at that time, because you have straight women that change tires as well. I can change a tire, but I'm not going to. I'm going to call AAA.
Oh. I know this is soft topic. That's power, man. That's power. You can, but you don't have to. You don't have to.
a funny story about that.
Go ahead.
I was on my way to Pittsburgh. I forgot what year it was. I was on my way to Pittsburgh, and I was right in Newcastle, and my tire blew out. So I didn't have any a strong enough tool to get the one nut off. So, and somebody from my church happened to see me. Somebody a little bit younger than me.
Okay.
Was heading towards Newcastle or Pittsburgh, whatever. So he pulled over to help me. You know, call himself helping me, and I was like, well, I just need another crowbar. In fact, my in my trunk, the crowbar was missing out of my thing, so I needed a crowbar. That's what it was. He gave me the crowbar. I was like, well, you know how to change a tire. I almost finished my but he talked about no.
So did you expect him? So do we as females expect men to do that for us?
Change my tire.
Do we expect them to?
You should. You should. That's what men do. If you quit buying into this whole thing and being, I'm as strong as a man, this, that, and other. No, you're powerful. Male, wear the right shirt. The power, I always go to the bar.
Oh, wait a minute. Don't you disrespect my school. I got on the right shirt.
No, you don't. We was going to talk about that offline, but because your name is in the logo. But no, but if you shouldn't have to change a tire because you're a woman, and a man should find pride. He's being chivalrous. No, I didn't like her. She just was in stress. Superman. It's the whole hero versus villain theory. So I mean, yeah.
But watch this. Now, say her scenario that she had. If he had a girlfriend, she would be like, "Why are you changing her tire? She need to get her own man to change her tire."
Then he needs to check his girlfriend. Then he needs to check his girlfriend. Because if she that petty, hey, I don't care if you on the side of the road and some dude came and did it for you, I would be thankful. Hey, he got you off the road safe. He wasn't trying nothing. Or even if he asked for the number, you can, oh, well, I got a man. Oh, okay, well, here, let me get you off the road and figure that. Now, I can't be like, well, what? The dude was from AAA. I don't want to hear that. Why did he change your tire? You should have sat there and waited for me to drive an hour and a half to get there so I can change your tire. How does that sound?
That sounds nice.
Yeah, okay. Good luck with that.
That sounds like AAA. Because you gonna wait that long when you call AAA.
I'd rather a stranger come over and be helpful to you and be chivalrous and change your tire. Whatever. So if I was the chivalrous dude and my woman or wife was in the car and she had a problem because it was a woman's tire, I need to check her.
Because it could very well be like her aunt, her mother, her family member, and it's all good.
Yeah, your daughter on the freeway and her man is on vacation in Maui. What is she supposed to do now? Some other dude come on, want to change your tire? No, that's all right. It's all right. My mom is about an hour away. She'll come in, or my grandpa or something. No, quit being so ugh.
That's what that is. We're trying to make you feel secure. We want you to feel secure.
Really?
We only want to be with you.
Oh, you sitting out there.
We only want you to help us.
Okay. Nick was going up to Newcastle, so there was a lot of dark and lonely roads up that way. A lot of stuff can happen up that way. I'd feel better if a stranger pulled over and helped her with her tire so she could get out of there instead of waiting until it got dark on me. And if that dude had a woman in the car and she was, why are you changing her tire? She was broke down. I don't know her.
And you know what? Honestly, I would feel much safer too if it was a woman in the car. I'd be like, okay, thank you.
That's true because nowadays you never know.
But that woman in that car, like looking at you like, Mel, you think you cute? You probably busted your tire on purpose because you knew we was coming this way anyway.
So now that's childish. That's childish, Salvage.
That's how y'all think. Y'all tell yourself off.
But I tell you one thing, it is a double standard because if it's a double standard if it was a AAA person that came, and if it was a guy, I'm not even helping. But if it was a female and I call AAA, we're going to do it together.
But here's the thing.
Go ahead.
We as men already expect that. That is par for the course for us. We know that.
Okay.
We know it. If you see a guy broke down as just a passenger, see somebody broke down and it's a guy, you don't have a problem riding past him. But if it's a woman, you might say, oh man, well, there's a gas station here. Let me pull over and grab her. So I'm the man.
Let me call somebody for her, yes.
and I'm the man that's walking, I have to say, well, shoot, I got to walk this 5 miles to that gas station, buy a gas can, and then bring it back and this, that, and other. And as I see all these cars go past me, not even caring, not even looking twice.
You know that your work is cut out.
Right. I know. But you have hope. Simply because you
That's why they say men are the bullies. So I don't know where the girls came in at.
But y'all want this life. We can do what you can. No, you can't. And you don't want to. You shouldn't want to. I'm just as strong as you. No, you're not. There's things that we can do that you can't. Accept that. A real woman plays the game. She understands. That's a man. I'm not going to play that game. He can have walking to work. He can have this. I'm a woman and I'm feminine, so guess what? I want a stranger that can change my tire. I want that. You have luxuries that we can't even dream about as women. And y'all sit there and fight them and want to be like us. I'm like, nigga, no.
Until you leave us. Now, let me say this.
How difficult would it be for you to replace any man, Mel? You. How difficult would it be for you to replace us?
Here's the thing. We can replace men. We definitely can. But you can't replace the actual person. So the body, yeah, but you might want that actual person. So it's a big difference.
Well, we're getting off the thing, but you have to do what it takes to keep that job. If you come to my...
Well, speaking of that job, let me go here real quick. Jeannie Mai and Jeezy. She's married to him. They're doing a custody battle. So she's married to him. And now that they're going into the custody battle and divorce, she want to talk about everything he did prior to the divorce. Help me understand that. Like, why didn't you have a problem with it when y'all was married?
Here we go. You ready? I can tell you.
Because that's not the reason you divorced.
I know the reason they're really divorced.
Go ahead, tell us.
No, my business put it out there like that.
We in entertainment. You brought it up, so
Spill the tea.
Well, other than that, she's only in her feelings now, and now all that stuff matters. She probably in there. No, those are my ice trays, and I need them because she's hurting. She's in her feelings, so now that stuff counts. If she was there by his side, she probably witnessed it and watched it go on. She knew what was going on. She knew what was going on. I'll just say it's puffy-like. But she knew it, and it was cool while he was with her. Now he want to leave. What? You know he farted in church, and I had to stand there, and it was a smelly, and then she telling everything because she has to be the victim. Women speak from a victim standpoint. She condoned it. She condoned the stuff while they were together. Now that he's gone and leaving her, oh no, I got to be the victim and I got to tear you down. That's the womanly way. That's how it is.
You are not gonna say the womanly way.
It is the womanly way.
Put that on us because you got it all.
That is the womanly way, and I stand on it.
Okay, well, who told on Diddy then? Who telling on Diddy? It ain't not. Who telling on Diddy?
A woman.
But did he?
Initially, but who's?
He didn't marry him.
Now.
All it took. She initially told him got 30 mil. So guess what? As a man, I'm like,
I gotta get this information to my people. The reason that Jeezy and Jeannie Mai divorced is because they had different views and each felt like their needs weren't being completely met. There you go.
Don't talk about his house.
Read between the lines. Huh?
Don't talk about his house down the street, what he got for us.
Yeah, we ain't talking about all that.
Cool.
We ain't talking about all that. We're just going to put it what it is. Going to make it what it is. Interesting. Go ahead, Nick. I had to put that out there for the people. So he talking about he blaming it on all the females. That's what we do. We get upset. We got to tell you. But you know what, though? And that's a bad thing. That's a bad thing that women will break up with somebody. Let's take it down, okay? Will break up with somebody, talk about them like a dog to their homegirls, and then be right back with them.
It's the womanly way. She has to feel the bitch. Do you know Nate wouldn't let me drink Kool-Aid? He's being so mean. He's the devil. This, that, and other, blah, blah, blah. Hey, I'm having a party, girl. Yeah, me and Nate coming. What? And you done told her
I'm the what person? I'm what?
Yeah.
I got.
Girl, you told me he stained your counter with that Kool-Aid.
Yeah, how you? You talking about the Kool-Aid?
I'm guilty.
Why is he here with you?
You guilty, Nick? Why? What you do, Nick?
Oh, Lord, I'm guilty. Because, sometimes you just need somebody to vent to. And like, I ain't going back and end up right back. So I'm guilty.
Right.
But is that venting or just lying?
It's a bit of both, but she speaks it. She's telling the truth from a victim standpoint. She ain't telling you the whole story.
Ooh. When I tell my story, I tell everything.
I'm gonna say she does because she has done it here.
I tell everything. I tell my side and that side. I listen. If you gonna tell it all. Tell it right.
Well, I would love that, and I wish more people would adopt that thing. But most of the time, the women is telling you how bad the guy is, and I was just sitting there minding my business. Nothing in her story to you is she did anything wrong. Did you see?
Now wait a minute. Now watch this. She's gonna say how bad the guy is, and then he start dating somebody else, and she wants to bully who he's dating.
Of course.
I don't get it.
You're not supposed to be happy no place else. You're it. You're it. Did you? Now this was TikTok, but I read it, and I think probably sent it to you.
Man, we know you are the TikTok king.
Hey, listen,
oh my gosh.
I'm gonna tell you, the girl, she was there, and I met her in person at the live show. Man, I'm like, is TikTok? Am I that bad? Cause she worse than me, and I'm like, we be battling. There she go. There she go. Right there. The last one.
Listen.
Go to sleep.
You go to sleep.
Her. I'm talking to her. Go to sleep with that. But the story was, she wrote into this podcast talking about her bipolar man. Her bipolar man took her and her 2 kids in, left them in their mama's house, and they moved to her house. They were happy and everything like that. She registered her kids in his better school district and stuff like that. He gave him a room in the house, and she was doing hair. Well, one of her exes came over to borrow some money, do his hair, borrow some money, and she gave him some head. He had a camera in the room, so he threw her out. She's asked, what red flags didn't I see? And called him bipolar.
No, honey.
What?
You did your ex-man's hair in this man's house.
And slogged
gave
him
him
down.
some money, and then you gave him some hair.
It slogged him down. And the guy seen it and like, you and the kids get out of my house. Now he's considered bipolar. This is how she told the story. He's bipolar, and what red flags didn't I see?
She's the big red flag. Duh.
Several.
She told the story from being a victim.
Now,
Did they correct her? Did they please?
Oh, they was on.
all right, boom.
They beat this girl down.
Similar story. Man marries a woman with 2 children. Okay. Things aren't going the way that they should go. She's having her issues. He leaves. They moved into his house. Okay. Well, actually, he bought the house for them. Then he's away, but now her and her children are staying in the house, living it up. He's out on his own. Then he decides he wasn't the one that was wrong in this situation. So he decided, you got to get out. Now, this was very interesting because this is a married couple. Married couple, he bought the house before they got married and sent an eviction notice, had to send an eviction notice.
I'm shocked he was able to do it.
Wait a minute. Because of the time. But so when you buy a house, it wasn't all fixed up and all that other stuff yet. Right. So he's had it. So that was his property prior to.
Gotcha.
Boom. It worked out in his favor because of what ended up happening, and they end up getting divorced because of what ended up happening. It wasn't like that, I don't believe, but it was close. It was enough to grant a divorce. So he gets his house back. She calls him every name in the book because he don't even need all that space.
Right.
But it's his.
No, you're women.
See, so... And then came all of the bullying, how he talked to her, how he talked down to her. All that came after the eviction.
Here's some other great examples. of us men being bullied.
Let me tell you how his eviction notice went. Get out my effing house. That's how it went. That I just heard it. So
And he was wrong for that because he hurt my feelings by saying that.
and to my children. That was it.
Here's women bullying men. You guys are fighting the law they oppose, in I think it was Tennessee or some other state, that every child needs to be swabbed before you sign up birth certificate. Women are uproar or in uproar.
Why?
You would have to ask them. And in most of these states, if I sign a birth certificate or you tell them that I'm the father and I didn't get there in time enough to thing it, and it comes out that I'm not the father, well, we're not going to bastardize the child. You continue paying child support.
Now, you know what, though? Let me say this. If someone asked me for a paternity test, I would be offended. I would be offended. Right. Yeah, but I would be offended. And
the fact is, you was living foul, and I don't know if this kid is mine or not.
I would do it, though. I would definitely do it.
Right. But now they're fighting because they want to make it a law. Because Maury, it was booked entirely too much.
Oh,
Maury
big time. Listen, wasn't that crazy?
They didn't have spin
He stayed in business for that.
He had so much they started paternity court. So guess what? Your feelings are more important than the fact. The fact is, males out here living hot girl summer all the time. So I don't know if this little critter is mine. So before you enforce the law on me so you can take my money, I just want to make sure this child is mine. No! What kind of woman does he think I am?
I would do it, but I would be offended. I would be. Now, some people probably wouldn't be. I want to go to this. So, men do the same thing. Men do the same thing as far as talking about a woman. They gonna leave her and then be right back with her.
I've been around some that's done it, so yeah, they do the same thing.
I would agree. We talk, and I don't. You know, I'm personal. This is personal, and me and my crew, we talk, but we don't say I'm leaving. We just bond over the trauma, and it's just like, do you believe this? Because, like I said, when a man commits, it's more of a duty for him and a responsibility.
Okay.
For women, it's a feeling. To me, love is a verb. I shouldn't have to say it. Nigga, you don't do this. I take care of this. I take care of you. You are my duty. I am responsible for you. God holds me responsible for you.
Now, some guys have the tendency to think that they're responsible for them means that they own them. Don't you dare! Don't you dare!
Listen. It's all in how you interpret that definition. Listen, if you like me, because I got a yacht and a boat and planes and stuff like that.
Jesus.
With the job, when you get the job, what do they do? They give you a manual.
Yeah, you get the manual. You get your job description.
With the job description. So guess what? If his job description, I know you ain't just saying, hey, you look good, let's get married. You've been around him, and you know you had on-the-job training before you said I do. So if
you don't own me, sir.
Hey, if he's I own you and you're just another.
Does she own you?
No.
Oh God. Okay, next topic. Let me see here. T-Pain. Did y'all T-Pain? He's singing, right? You know he's with a different company now, so he ain't got the voice box.
He can really.
But let me say this for the young people out there. I know y'all think T-Pain started that, but baby, you gonna give it to Roger Troutman and Zach.
Roger, you got that right.
Let me see. Roger was so ahead of his time. He was talking about computer love back then. Now we actually, how many people have met their mate on the line?
It was like computer love before we had computers.
Yeah, we didn't even have computers. Right. Cool playing on the phone. But listen, I'm a firm believer. I'm not going to say, forget my view. I want to know yours. We're going to sit here and I'm going to let y'all hear T-Pain sing. And you tell me if you like it. I got to put it up here. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me make sure this is right. Here he come now. All right, y'all gonna have to probably go back if you can't hear it. Some songs don't need to be redone. Earth, Wind, and Water.
Hey, whoa. Beyonce did a cardinal sin. You don't.
We ain't talking about Beyonce. We talking about T-Pain.
We ain't talking about Beyonce.
She shouldn't have done that either. But it don't matter. T-Pain, we talking about T-Pain right now. Now, I'm happy he's out and he's singing because he can sing. He can. I'll give him that. But Earth, Wind, and Fire and Water. Bye. No.
There's just certain classics you don't mess with. Just certain classics you don't mess with.
I don't care what Mel say.
And usually, when a song is a hit, it's gonna be a hit. I.e., right. Since he want to talk about Beyonce, if it's a hit, but that's a hit, and I was like, nope, I need the real people to sing it.
First of all, I personally don't like Earth, Wind, and Fire. Nothing they do.
What?
If you want to, I don't like Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Oh, we gotta fight then, because
why? I get in that fight a lot. I just don't, and nothing they. I don't like that. But Frankie would come to concerts, and all he would say is "happy," and the rest of the concert, everybody else is singing, and they pay him for that. His song is so cold, he don't sing it.
He don't have to, but it's a hit. So to me, her redoing it, and I had to tell that at another show. Beyonce redoing that, it was a hit already. So it was going to be a hit. Just like Diddy, when he was sampling stuff. Those were hits. So you knew it was going to be a hit. But T-Pain, back to who I'm talking about. Now, he has a great voice. Because when he was on The Masked Singer, he was amazing, too. I didn't know it was him. But don't do Earth, Wind, and Fire. Don't do Earth, Wind, and Fire. Sit down.
I'm with you. Why? I do Earth, Wind, and Fire.
He got to find something else where I could just hear the vocals. Ruben Studdard. Did you see Ruben Studdard got a new album coming out?
Finally. Well, he's been doing gospel though, hasn't he?
He's still big. He's still Ruben, the teddy bear. What they called him, the velvet teddy bear? That's what they was calling him?
Yeah.
And some people thought he passed away, but it was actually his brother.
Is he big Ruben or small Ruben?
He's big.
Okay.
Yeah, he's big.
Back to sandwich eating.
But not that big. He looks healthy.
Okay.
He looks healthy, so that's a good thing. I can't wait to hear him because I need that. They kept him in Luther Vandross songs, but I feel like we need that.
Kids don't know how to. There's no love song for these kids. There's no love song for them. I was down with the Block Runners last night on set, great set, and we got the U2 remote and we put on some old school, and us old dudes had a ball. Just listening to old school. We was listening to Into Me. We was listening to stuff. We had a ball. Us old dudes sitting up there listening to real music, and we thinking about those red light parties down in the basement where you was close to a girl. When the last time have you seen a young kid, a boy and a girl dance together?
No, you see.
I see it a lot. It's fast music, but I see it a lot.
They don't dance together. The boys get in a circle and they do their thing, and the girls get in another circle and they do their thing, or they battle each other. I mean, I want to. The girls ain't as flexible as y'all because we used to bend y'all backs. You remember that? Bend it over again. Yeah. Whisper something to sweeten your ear. Grind on you. Get the zipper print. Ow. You walk home the next day with the zipper because you got excited. I feel a poke coming through.
On you.
See? Look at that. See?
Yeah, that was it.
See?
But they don't do that no more. I mean, no.
Do they even have parties anymore?
No.
Man, them basement parties used to be lit. But then again, I see why. Because these kids nowadays don't know how to act. Don't nobody want you in their house.
Right. You gotta have a metal detector. You gotta have a metal detector if you coming in my house.
Exactly. So yeah.
I'm in there scared and
these kids just don't know what they're missing.
And then they come around. Just think about it. My kids come around me and my friends, and we're sitting out on the deck, smoking cigars, drinking, just talking, and they just want to be around that. But it's foreign to them. It's foreign to them, and it's scary. That's where we're going.
Okay. Let me give this factual information because I know Roger was at with the voice box. It was actually Alvin Ray, 1939. It started with the voice box, so that look.
I've seen my colleague Cordell Stewart.
Yeah. So I'm like, let's put it all the way out there, factual. But when I knew, look, so we sound like the whole Beyonce with Frankie Beverly. Like, wait a minute, this is what we know. Now I do want to say this though. I don't know if you guys did you know that Zapp is getting ready to go on tour?
And I heard they give a great show. I've heard it from multiple people that don't. Zapp gives a great show.
So I'm happy. I'm so hype about it. I was like, great. So you got the Offsprings, like George Clinton with the Offsprings coming out there. Hey,
George Clinton, listen, that concert is off the hook.
Child, remember the last concert me and you were at? Remember it was supposed to be his last tour?
It's always his last tour.
What was that? How many years ago was that? And me and you were actually there.
He'll be in
it was over there in Warren.
He'll be in Columbus at the end of this month.
And
I'm working
I
on
was
my
like,
as we speak.
where are their clothes?
Who? George? Oh, he's going to be in Columbus? I thought I got that shirt, the last one. Please.
Shout out to him because he just got his master's degree, or he got a degree. I don't know what it is. From a college. So keep it up. Man. That's my funk father.
Okay.
George Clinton.
Doing it up. I guess you're right. You keep on going.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to see the history, so I'm gonna give it to Cordell. Thank you very much, because I know I'm a big Zapp, Roger Troutman and Zapp fan. So that was like '77, I think, when they started out. The late '60s was the Parliament. Did I say Parliament? Cordell, look that up while you checking us. Fact checking, please. Check that up. Fact check Shop Talk with Mel, okay? Fact check, baby. Let me know when did Parliament come out? I feel like it was like the late 60s. No 50s. No 50s. See, it had to be the 60s, late 60s. I feel like
they came out with, I just want to testify with it.
As a music connoisseur, I just feel like the Parliament came out in like the late 60s.
Parliament is my Bible. That's all I know.
Okay, let me tell you. So your Bible, can somebody check that out?
54, 57, they were in New Jersey. They came out with, I just want to testify. No, that was.
It had to be in the 60s. I'm feeling like the late 60s because, I like my music. But I will tell you, Zapp was like late 70s. What was it?
Parliament P-Funk story began in 1956 in Newark, New Jersey.
I ain't say the story.
Springfield, New Jersey.
I ain't say the story.
No, it said Newark.
Newark, New Jersey. Okay. I want to know when the music started.
56. I just want to testify. Would your love
and that's still rock.
Oh, yeah. Boom, 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 boom.
Nah, Zapp didn't come out in 79. 77, baby.
70, let me see.
You must have went to see him. Look, all these people on here. I can't even look. Let me get on here real quick and do this part.
I just want to testify.
That was in 1967.
There it is. That's his first hit.
What did I say? Did I say late 60s?
You said late 60s.
What happened to 56? Didn't you just say
that was when the story
started?
I'm talking about the music, baby.
Okay. Well, guess what? And it was I Just Want to Testify was their first hit. What album label was on? It was on some small label, but it started them out. Boom, 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 boom. That song was older than me and it still can play. I play Maggot Brain.
It still rocks.
Cosmic Slop every day. For my boy Rodney Douglas and Cornell, let's do Good Thoughts, Bad Thoughts today.
I'm sitting here. I'm about to put. Let me put y'all comments up here because I love the fact that y'all say that. But I'm telling you, 77 was my people.
And Cornell are Delic Heads, baby.
No. I'm talking Zapp. I ain't talking. But I know it was the late 60s.
You know why we don't like Zapp as much?
Why?
Because George Clinton was going to start his own label, and Zapp was his first artist. But Zapp backhanded him and went with the other dudes. That first album was produced for George Clinton's new label, but George had too much going on. He had all his different groups had different labels, but then all the money was coming to George. Then he was going to start his very own with Zapp. Zapp was his first dude, but Zapp crossed him. And that's when all stuff went to hell.
I want to hear from Zapp.
Okay, go.
I'm going to see him. Y'all checking him out? I I want to know the history. I'm gonna do the history.
I know it. I know it.
Do you?
Yeah.
I want to start. You get George. I get Zap. We'll hear the story.
Okay, but the story is his first artist was gonna be Zap. And Zap
Probably. So I ain't gonna. I don't know all that, but I'm gonna find out.
Okay. Just unlike the last dude that was right, and you was scared to telling me, "Oh, you gonna tell me I was right?"
I'm trying to read this part. What does it say? Zap been. I don't understand. Touring for a long time. Oh, touring. Yeah, they have been, but they get ready to go on a cruise ship.
Okay.
So I'm happy about that.
The last one, please.
Okay, Boosie. Oh yeah, let me get that on there. Come on, baby.
Yeah.
I'm glad they did, because they did it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we got that. That's the story. I need to know. We knew the time. So thanks, Nick, for checking that out, too. We got to sit there and bone. Listen, you can have a whole party. That's what we use, remember, to get the crowd. I say you got to put some Funkadelic on for me to get going. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. I need my up.
As a photographer,
Go ahead.
I do many different weddings, like Jewish,
You play in the parliament at the Jewish synagogue.
They get grandma and them up. And they don't know how to dance to it, but Atomic Dog and Flashlight.
Flashlight is it.
Flashlight.
No matter the genre, Jewish, old, they get up and dance to that stuff. They get up and dance to that. And the other two songs, our white counterpart love for some dumb reason. I guess it's their land dance. Is that chicken song. Oh my God.
I like that one.
Don't.
I like that. The chicken dance.
Me and Woodbury, as soon as we do a white wedding together, we have bets. I go with the chicken song, he go with YMCA. Because them two songs, it sparks a chord with them.
The first line dance song?
That's their first line dance song.
The Electric Slide.
No,
that's after. Because it would be YMCA.
Yeah, that's the first line dance song.
First line dance song, then the chicken song, right? For the skating. Be at the skate connection.
On the off day, the Saturday morning, yeah.
Yeah.
Nate, that's what you got. That's what y'all doing. The DJ playing those.
Oh man, shoot! And the organ music. Remember, he had to skate to the organ music. Ugh. Yeah.
You do what you do.
Yeah.
All right, so we got that part out. But I'm Zap all day, and I'm glad to see that older artists' music is coming back to the forefront because it's missed. And their window of opportunity did not pass them.
Well, they can still go on tour. New Edition can still go on
tour.
Oh,
listen, a New Edition ain't never sat down.
But here's the thing.
New Edition has never sat down.
Our people had live instruments. There was a dude back there on the bass making this face.
Why do you think that New Edition is still relevant to this day?
Because of the content and the live music. They had instruments behind it. It wasn't just no drum machine, a dude back here doing this. That's no soul to the music. That's my personal thing. If you got a drum machine and just making the beat, you take the soul out of it. I need that dude.
That's why you think New Edition. Nick, why do you think New Edition is still relevant?
I don't know. I mean, because they were just, New Edition was just, that was the group, like, back in our heyday. Like, they all can sing. They're all very talented, and they do, it's the dancing, it's like everything, certain things that,
Mike Bivens can't sing.
I'm with her.
Mike Bivens can't sing.
That's why he was the rapper.
Baby.
That's why he was the rapper. But wait a minute. Ricky Bell was the voice. But anyway, I believe the New Edition is still relevant because they are polished. They have excellent dance moves. And they're always well dressed. They take time. Honestly, they take time to put on a show. And you can see it. Versus these new people out here, you don't know who's singing. They got t-shirts and jeans on. They done went to the corner store and got a white tee. I'm not, to me, that's disrespectful. I'm not supporting you.
And lyrically, Can You Stand the Rain stands up against anything. To this day. On the perfect day.
When Johnny Gill came? When he left Stacey Ladisall from Perfect Combination.
Hey, he looked older then than he did.
He did. He was a little boy.
Now he look, yeah.
He was a little boy.
Yeah, well.
So you think Can You Stand the Rain? Mine was Mr. Telephone Man.
Yes.
That was mine. But Cool It Now, like when they first came out, that was it.
Pose the question, Mal. You done started it. Pose the question.
What's the question?
Favorite NE song? Put it in the comments.
Candy Girl.
Okay.
Please. I like Boys the Men. Growing up can be up. Man, please. That NE
Boys to Men. Okay. That's a cold album.
No, the song Boys to Men.
Yeah, the song. That's why I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did go from Boys to Men.
Exactly where Boys to Men got their name
Right.
from.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that song.
Well, yeah, when Michael Bivins broke off, yeah, Bowman produced it. But watch this. Well, you had to do something because it can't be grown men in little bow ties looking weird.
Hey,
I had two. I'm Lost in Love, and Is This the End?
Oh, is this the end?
Is this the end? Is this the end? Ooh.
Is this the end? Man, that's it.
Ooh, you punched me pretty hard with that one.
Yes,
Is
yes.
this the end? Yes.
Is this the end?
That was it.
New Edition,
I
Unstoppable.
would take out Can You Stand the Rain.
Ah!
That
I've
would
been
take out Can
defeated.
You Stand the Rain.
To me, too.
I've been defeated. Yeah, you're right.
To me, too. Bad boys, they bad boys. But I guess that kind of gives you that vibe of like the Temptations, how the old groups used to be. So it brought like the new at that time with the old. What happened? Somebody said, the bully said, boom, we ain't doing no steps. Boom.
Well, here's the thing. Everything went to instant.
Was Bobby Brown the bully?
Who?
Was Bobby Brown the bully or any?
Yeah, he was.
He tried to be. He wasn't.
You see what happened? But what they do with the bully?
Get him out. Just like David Ruffin.
And what did he say? It's my prerogative.
Yeah, that was but there was a quality of music. There was instruments. Like now, it's ready made. There's another girl out. She looked like a ginger.
What is a ginger?
The people were real white with red eyes, red hair, and speckles.
Ice Spice.
That's who it is. She's out. Where'd she come from?
Yeah, where did she come from? Because I don't know her.
Oh well,
what did she say?
Just like
She
the
been
red
out.
girl, just like the red girl. You know, my booty. I mean, they. Oh well, yeah. Here, let's put this out there. They're throwing it out. There's no quality anymore.
What a problem is, you're right, but the problem is with her is, well, I ain't even gonna say her. The air quotes powers that be are trying to put her out there as in that song as our anthem, and to have us and our little people look up to her as a role model, and I'm not having it.
Dude.
I'm not having it.
About Nicki and the Stallion when they it was on the Grammys.
We had Lil Kim.
At the Grammys.
That was disrespectful. But let me say this for Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion, she was in college. She has her degree. And you have to understand, even with Nicki Minaj, that was Cardi B with Megan Thee Stallion at the awards. Even with Nicki Minaj, it's an act.
Okay, but at what point do we say stop doing the act because the act is hurting our youth?
Well, I guess Nicki did. You see she had jeans on. You see Black China taking all her stuff out.
Mm-hmm.
But it is, and I get that when you go in and you're doing something that you want to do, I'm going to say this. When you are doing things that you want to do, you're not looking at it as a role model because you are enjoying yourself or as being a role model. Who was that? Was that Charles Barkley that said he wasn't a role model?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad at him for that statement.
Me?
Like, you guys are making us this. However, my problem is you're not going to put no Sexy Red up there and act like she is the end all be all. At all.
No. She's right.
That's my issue.
Mm-hmm.
So don't be pushing your agenda on me.
Listen, ratchet, don't you know with these Gen Z children, ratchetness is it. Ratchetness is
That's
it.
their normal. That's
their norm. Exactly.
Delayed Ice Spice Deli. That's the song. I had to think, like, why do I know that name? You're like, huh, what? But yeah.
But think about this. Luther's lyrics was so nice, we didn't know he was singing to a man.
Now, see, you're right. But here's the thing.
And they didn't force it on us.
No, because it was whoever your love interest was. And do we really care?
No. But guess what? It wasn't forced on us. Today, it would be forced on us.
So you saying if Luther was right now, you would feel like you are being bullied to listen to a chair is not a chair.
I think he would make more money because they would make sure that you knew he was singing to a man, and that counts.
Okay.
That would count for something.
Okay, R. Kelly. So 12 play with a baby, allegedly.
12 play with a baby. What do you mean?
1, we'll go to my room of fun. 2, and I'll say, give me your tongue. 3, is he talking to a child?
Yeah, you know you can talk to a child.
Yeah.
So now, I mean, look, what actually said it? We'll go to my room of fun. Like, oh, come on. So, what you got? What you got? You can't compare? Ooh.
Well, being with a consenting adult versus a child, so that's why I'm going to leave it alone.
Okay.
That's why I'm not going to compare it. But even you remind me of my Jeep because he was at McDonald's with some young girls from high school in his Jeep. So I mean, all of that stuff was like, he was. He
said it.
The whole story. The Pied Piper. You taught me about the Pied Piper, man.
Yep.
You taught me about
They were
that.
always saying that. He told y'all his truth.
He told it. What you gonna do? But guess what? How many people going to an R. Kelly concert?
Everybody. People still go.
And just don't look at no little child. Be like, oh, he's sick.
But here's the thing. That was.
You gotta be 21 and up to come to this concert.
It was subliminal. All that stuff was subliminal.
And we didn't know. Didn't know. And see, that's where it's at. Why do we have to put everything out there? Is that a good thing?
But today, I know what color her booty hole is, and I know what color everything is. Because she told me exact. There's no thinking about it. There's no, what did she mean? It's just blunt and straight to the point. And guess what? It don't come without it's no class in it.
I wonder how she know. How she know her booty hole brown? Like, did you take a picture? Like, how do you know?
I mean, if you get down and you put the mirror behind you and you put the camera, well, I mean, so.
No, because folks is recording themselves.
Oh, I'm like, how do you know?
She rewinding the tape. Because I like to film too. Then I'd be like John Madden. You see right here? Now if I went with an out thrust instead of in and it got the receiver,
So are we being bullied to tell all our business? Because
no.
let me say why. Because there was a man on social media who said, if you don't post your significant other, or if your significant other don't post you, they don't really like you. What's your thoughts on that?
Totally opposed to that. Social media don't need to know all my business. They don't need to know, look at this plate of chitlins. Ooh, and it's garnished so beautifully. Dude, no.
Oh, I think we got our answer as to how she know. I say how she know her booty hole was brown. Well, allegedly she got a sex tape leak. So I guess some people told her.
Yes, she got a copy.
Nah. But for real, are we being bullied to post things on social media?
And the scary part about it is, if I could send it to you, what's happening over in China, and we don't understand that's where we're going to. They don't even send the cops to your house no more. You have a credit score with all these pictures, and if you post something offensive, if I said something offensive here, my credit score can go down. So, you go to your house and your door won't even unlock because, it's just that microscope. Just
like with the whole bullying, as far as now they're saying SA because somebody's offended. Sexual assault. Everybody don't know what SA stands for. Why can't we say if someone was sexually assaulted if that's exactly what they were?
A bully used to have to work out, have a certain moxie or swag to him. A bully was a big dude or a big girl, a mean bull dagger, which was a word, girl back in the day. Now it's just somebody that ain't scared to shoot.
Well, or they're behind they cyberbullying.
Yeah, that's a big thing now, cyberbullying.
Well,
but I feel bullied because I can't. You say, okay, freedom of speech, like we have what we have going on now. Come on now. We have freedom of speech, but you can't say certain things.
In the words of George Clinton, think it ain't illegal yet.
There you go.
That's out of the Book of George. I know Rod and Cornell.
I see them. They going. They keeping us informed.
I see you, church. I see you, church.
They keep us informed, but this is bullying. So you figure, okay, we're against cyberbullying, but I can't express how I feel because someone is offended.
Yep.
Someone is offended.
Yep.
But what about what I say? So everything that I say is offensive?
Right. You have to, as a person, I don't even know how communication is going to survive because I have to be cognizant of how you feel and not express how I feel.
And then you can never express how you feel. So then we're all silenced.
Hey, the freedom is the ability to not want to be free. What is the Bible verse, Cornell, and them? Freedom is the ability to not want. That's a Bible verse. It's the Book of George. Freedom, free of the ability to need to be free. Freedom is the ability of not needing to be free. George said it. Something like that.
Okay. I'm going to try to understand it. I don't know that, George.
Right. Freedom is the ability. Freedom.
He'll wait until we get off the show and then he'll.
No. One of my deacon, read from the text, Deacon Douglas. Freedom is free of the need to be free.
Okay.
George. Hey, man, let the church say.
Book of George.
Pass around the tray. Freedom is the free your mind. Ooh, preach. Yes,
It's just sad that what we have as the very First Amendment is no longer.
Right.
It's being peed upon.
It is. That's probably why a lot of people are going to TikTok. Because, that's in action right now to vote. It's like on TikTok, you could say, you can practice the First Amendment. Mm-hmm. On this platform, you can't.
TikTok, they post porn videos and everything.
Okay, but guess what though? But here's my thing: you have an age limit, just like on this, on the ones that we're on. Like I like YouTube though. The platforms the social media platforms that we're on, you can actually speak. But if whoever owns it, if they don't like what you say, it's gone.
Well,
where we have to get back to creating your own.
With TikTok, the major problem becomes with the freedom of speech because they don't mind them selling you sex tapes and stuff like that, degrading stuff. But TikTok also gives you like home remedies, your sunflower or the boy with the dandelions or something like that, and they cure certain things. There's a lot of educational information.
Let me say this:
that you don't know on TikTok.
It's a lot of information. I remember my mother used to boil dandelions from outside and make her tea back in the day. But those are old things.
Yep. But and guess what? Dandelions cure heart disease. It cures it. So guess what the companies did? The pharmaceutical companies did. They came out and got all these landscaping companies. What's the big landscaping companies to kill dandelions?
True Green.
Allegedly. I'm like, y'all about to kill me and it ain't my bullying.
They're allegedly owned by the pharmaceutical companies because they want to kill all the dandelions so you don't do that.
Well, because it's a business. It's a business.
Right.
It's almost like playing y'all fool. True story. Guy down at the corner of my street, he didn't want weeds. Dandelions, so to speak, okay? Mm-hmm. So he went and got this company that I will not name to do his grass, to treat his grass. Baby, that was 6 years ago. That grass still yellow.
Yep.
Still yellow. I was rolling. It killed it dead.
Yeah. But I mean, it's the dope game. Kill off the competitors, baby. You ain't gonna sell on my block. You got all these dandelions, and you can
get his money back from them.
And speaking of that, let's talk about what they're trying to do with weed. They're trying to classify marijuana in the same class as Tylenol 3. Watch this. Because, I'm not going to say all, bakers would like to bake with it.
And if I can classify it,
If you
I
go
I
ahead.
can still make tax dollars on it, but it has healing properties.
Well, we already know that.
But guess
That's what we know. But I'm talking about as of last week. It's back to the drawing board, baby. Back
Because
to the
guess
drawing
what?
board. I had to
You
let
can-
my people know.
I can't make money if you can grow your plants at home, man. You got six stocks. You producing some good sticky icky over there. I can't sell you it. That alleviates your headache. So why don't I just bring it in and market it and make sure you give me that money? See what I'm saying?
Well, you know what? I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. Regular weed, untouched, has healing properties.
Mhm.
This new thing, baby, I don't know.
I've never had regular.
I'm going to tell you because right now it's a Schedule 1.
Edibles.
It's a Schedule 1 now. And they're trying to do it as a Schedule 3.
Well,
And I'm telling you.
okay, here's my question. Would you
But wait, let me finish this. They want to do it as a Schedule 3. I'd be thinking like after the show, I'm like, let me give you all the clarification. They want it classified as a Schedule 3. And it'll still be treated as a controlled substance under Ohio's new recreational program. So the state of Ohio. So it's still going to be a controlled substance, but it's going to be a Schedule 3 instead of a Schedule 1.
Well, they're going to change that because the tax money they make off of selling it.
They going to make it because they about to take it to classic, I don't want to put nobody's name out there, Mr. Paul, since he's not there no more. They try to put it in there because y'all having them parties and y'all putting it in the brownies. And so they want a piece of the pie. And they want a piece of the pie. And the way that you do that, the way that you are able to do that is to change the classification.
Yep.
So what you going to do? You going to listen to some parliament? You going to listen to some parliament and eat some brownies?
It heals my ills.
Baby, I hosted I was emceeing a concert. George Clinton in Parliament. This virgin body of mine.
Oh, yeah.
Baby, listen. Look at him. Yeah, exit stage left. I walked in there. By the time I left out, and I'm right there with the microphone. You can smell the aroma.
Yeah.
I was
When
like,
they
listen,
get warm.
you can smell the aroma. You can feel the aroma. When I sat there and did it, when I left out of there, I was like, whoo. I kept having to drink water just by being on stage.
Mm-hmm. You remember that picture I took with the one before the show? We were at the concession stand, and he was so high he had to come and get him a snack.
Listen, I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about, and so the reason I'm saying this, the reason I'm saying this is to let you know if you are hosting or emceeing one of those concerts, baby, be ready. Because yes, Denise, I had a contact high because I was sitting there like, I got to sit down. I was like, oh, let me go back up. I can't hear you. What you on break? He on break or something? Okay, go ahead. What you say?
I was at his concert where I met him. When I first met him, we were out at Nelson Ledges at campground. So there was so much weed outside that it was ridiculous. Dudes were rolling up these big Jamaican joints, light it, puff it, and just let it go and never come back. It was everything you wanted out there. That was the very first time I knew what high was. We were outside, and it was ridiculous. And what scared me the most, if you ever been to a George Clinton concert, his daughter comes out and sings a song. It's called Something's Thinking I Want Something. Some smell like a skunk and I want something. And he walks around stage and does this. And if you look up, all you see is marijuana and everything, drugs coming to the stage. And he'll just go pick something up, light it, and they start passing it around. I'm like,
now I will say this. They did ask, hey, I was like, I'm good. But I have to say, he is the nicest person
you ever meet.
The nicest person. When I was walking out, my mic wasn't working. He sat there and he's on the other side. He met me halfway and gave me his mic. I was like, thank you. Because he saw that. It was like he came out a little bit. Boom. He was like, come on. Did it. And he knew what the problem was. The nicest guy. I got to give it up to him.
to be around him, my mom, my dad, I got pictures of me, my mom, my dad, and him, and we just kick it. And I mean, you are part of the family when you're around him. I mean, he doesn't know his impact. And I keep on saying, you know, we were doing this video and I'm on it. I've never seen it released, but I say, man, you raised me from a pup. He's the reason, you know, El DeBarge and them, no. It was George Clinton for me, and he raised me from a pup.
You ain't gonna dog El DeBarge with ooh and I like it.
Yes,
Nick, he's talking about, he's trying to dog El DeBarge with ooh and I like it. Ooh and I like it.
Really? Really, Nate? We ain't gonna do that. We not gonna.
Hold on. See, when a dude sing up in falsetto, you think, hey.
Well, it actually was, though.
Huh?
Because remember Twitch? I call your name, girl.
Hey, I'm a grown man. yeah, I remember him. I was playing that in my car. I'm a grown man.
You was playing that? You was a grown?
No, I wasn't. No.
Whatever,
Off the bars,
you
none of
gonna
that.
leave L alone. We ain't doing that.
Hey,
Leave L out this conversation.
But
on my own site list. If I say it was on site.
on site. Okay, so you grew up Parliament. We grew up. Maybe we're emotional. Is that it?
No. It was high.
Oh my gosh, that's the longest siren in the
It
world.
was high yellow light skin, and I wasn't part of that group. And y'all thought.
So you was
That's
mad.
why you talk about him.
Yes.
That's why you talk about him.
So you were mad.
Chocolate brother, he wouldn't have had much to say.
And he wouldn't be singing that high. His balls.
You don't know that.
His balls would have dropped.
Whatever.
Dude, the only person I know that's dark skinned to sing high is the dude off of Earth, Wind, and Fire. What's his name? Philip Bailey.
Yeah.
A reason I don't like Earth, Wind, and Fire. That might be the very reason.
Yeah, okay. Oh my gosh, okay. Y'all hear that siren?
I hear it.
It's like, how long we gonna do this? We know it's 12 o'clock. I'm about to get off. Tear the roof off.
Oh, wait a minute. Let me bring us up real quick. Because I ain't get to it at the beginning when we was, You know, Brian McKnight had a concert scheduled at in Detroit at, I forgot what the name of the casino was, but people start going in, and they just put out a little memorandum yesterday that the concert is canceled. Cancel culture, yes.
You know why though?
Yeah.
That's his personal business about his children.
His kids. I can't respect
people ain't playing that because the one I was watching, I can't think of the guy's name, Dr. Somebody, but he said people are not playing that because his fans fell in love with him because all of his songs were based on love. Mm-hmm. Everything about love. But then for you to publicly talk about your children, call them evil, they were born of sin, and don't even acknowledge the other one, where's the
Can
love?
I say something? Talk about his adults.
His adult children.
That's where you got to come on now.
You know what I see?
What do you see?
That new girl got some ooh-wee.
Listen, you can have that, but I see when people get into their personal business, we don't know him, we don't know them.
But I can't respect him off of what he said.
What, talking about made out of sin? What were they? Was he married when he had them?
Yeah, but okay.
Yeah. And he don't even acknowledge his biological daughter. He acknowledged the stepdaughter as his daughter. He don't even talk about her at all. He called her the bastard or something. Yeah.
But a woman can't make you. Woman can't make you. Really?
Yes. Ooh,
she put that "come follow me" on him.
Huh? Hey. She. Ooh, the pepper grinder. Pepper grinder. You can't say no to a pepper grinder. That girl got him changing gods. Oh, nothing he said was biblical in his music before. Now, well, they were born of sin and they're this, that, nothing.
Now, see, she probably instilled that.
Pepper grind.
But if they weren't married, that's the truth.
Oh, okay, but guess what? I don't take it out on my kids. I wasn't married to my kids' mom. I don't love my kids no more.
But is it okay for your child to take to social media, since that's a new way of conversing, to take to social media about your business and you not respond? because they had an issue
Right,
with
but
Russell
for
Simmons
him,
with his daughter. What's the little one's name? Remember her? She had an issue, and they were going back and forth of what she wanted, and she couldn't get it. And then people were taking it out on Russell Simmons. My main issue is, why are you holding your spoon like that and eating out of a pot? But that's just me. So there's an issue with everyone and how they raise their children and the way that they're responding to their children on social media. If you can't pick up the phone and call me, don't talk to me. So call it what you want.
Personal announcement. My kids, you try. I dare you. You can put something on us. I'm old school and they know it. Wop, wop, supportive touch. And that was supposed to be Nate, you're right. I understand that.
I got you.
I guess his sons felt like with his status, he could have helped them a little bit more with their career.
As he should have.
And he tried he didn't want to, he wanted them to do it on their own, not on the sprint.
Okay, but ain't nobody mad at 50 Watt because he a bully? Ain't nobody mad at 50 and how he did with his son.
Well, his son was like...
So, but it's, come on now. You mad? How can you be upset because I didn't hand you anything? I can give you the right direction. If you choose to take that path, awesome. But if you don't, then no. That's how I stand right now. Listen, if you didn't consult me on the decision, don't consult me on the consequences.
Ooh, man, hold on. Let me write that one down.
I'm for real. Like, get out of here.
For real, Mel, would you, like, say for instance, would you actually disown your children because of it, though?
Would I do what?
Disown your children.
Depending on what they did. Depending on what they did. Real talk. Because, let me tell you something. Because when you groom your children and you instill morals and values and they go against that, that's you and your own decision. Now, if they were minors, okay. But if I don't believe in something, and this is me, if there's something that I truly don't believe in, you're not walking through my door with that. I see you at the cookout, but you are not welcome in here with all this mayhem and chaos, because that's not what I have. Are you my child? Yes, I'm going to pray for you, but no, call it what you want. No, I'm not. If you want to be over there and be Satan, guess what? You disowned. Call it what you want, because you wasn't groomed that way. You wasn't brought up that way. That's just...
My daddy said, hey, I taught you right and wrong. You choose the right one. I know what to send your mail. Because if they come looking for you here, I'm like, oh, he upstairs in the room. Go right on up. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I can't argue with that at all, man.
That's me in my household. I'm like, you can birth a child. Here you go. And you can birth something else. They get groomed in the world. And it's like, okay, so you're teaching them at home like we talked about the teachers. Teachers are teaching them. Parents is the first teacher. And the world is the third. So back to what Nate was actually saying, which will be our footnote, it's just that. It's like, listen, we as men, and I'm not a man, he said that, we teach them for the world outside. Us as women, we teach them for the world inside, living inside and being comfortable. So, okay, thank you, Bill. Old school consequences. That's it. But right now, there is none. So
touch the stove. I'm here to tell you, touch the stove.
You said touch the stove. There you go. You'll feel it. Listen, that's how my son found out the stove was hot. Real talk, that way. It was like...
That's all kids find. Don't get away from here. It's hot. It's hot. They go over there. Boop, it's hot.
Now, let me tell you about my grands. My grands picked up. You feel that heat? It was done. Matter of fact, I don't even think he asked what was hot. It was like, don't go by the stove. You knew it was danger. Here you go. And if you touch it, oh, okay. The end. You learned real quick. But that's just me and mine. Look, I'm like, that's just me. Oh, is this somebody dark skinned? David Peaston saying high notes. Phase of a dark complexion. Okay. I was wondering if he was responding to that.
I don't know who that is, though.
Me either. That's somebody real grown.
Real well.
All right, you gonna go ahead with the footnote, Nate. What you got?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Great show. Great time last week. If you didn't make it, you should have. I hope we'll do it again.
It's all good. I appreciate you guys. Even coming out last week. Had a good time. That's how it is. It's Shop Talk live show. So you guys that are online, I apologize, but we didn't have online before when we did the live shows. We were just there. And we do give the attention that's needed to the people there And also you guys, so I appreciate you guys coming on and kind of working with us. We got to tweak it, but we got the guy, Nate the Agitator. He know all the tech support and all that. Because I told y'all, Nate the Agitator was the dude behind the scenes that used to set everything up. Mm-hmm. Now we like, wait, we don't have nobody.
Come on up front.
Yeah, come do this. Now we got to sit here and figure some stuff out.
See my teachers?
Yeah, I see them behind you.
That's my dude right there.
That's your dude.
Patrice O'Neal.
Listen, what we have to do. So today's footnote is stand on what you believe. What the kids say, stand on business.
Stand on business.
And as adults, we have to stand on business. And whatever it is that we had, don't waver. Honestly, what's the vote about? Decisions. Vote and vote, please. And a lot of you guys don't know that there is a special election that's coming up June 2nd. Get out there. And I'm going to tell you, your local voting is extremely important because those are the people that you'll actually be standing in front of. So hopefully you choose the right direction. But make your own choice. I'm on vote, but I do not care who you vote for. I don't. Because it's called freedom. First Amendment. Freedom of expression. You don't have to go with the masses. Because when you go with the masses, what happened? Everybody in jail, robbing banks. It's so weird because I gave you that scenario before when I said it was 8 people. You had 8 friends. One friend back in the day would be like, hey, we should rob a bank. The 7 would be like, man, is you crazy? But now in the 2020s, it's like 8 people, 7 of them. We should rob a bank. And the one is like, man, are you guys crazy? It switched. It totally switched. So know what you're doing. Raise your children the best way that you know how. Don't judge people. Don't judge people. If they ask for your input, give it to them. But don't judge people. So I'm still stuck on that Brian McKnight and everybody feeling as though that he need to raise his child this way, raise his child that way, and should answer to them whatever, the way that they want to be heard. You know what I mean? We talked about that, Nate, as well. Oh, you hurt their feelings. Okay, so I can't express how I feel because I'm walking on eggshells for you. Guess what? If I have to walk on eggshells, bye. It's sad. We have the First Amendment for a reason, and eventually it seems like it's trying to get phased out. And y'all know how I feel about Roe versus Wade. You see what happened. So we have our First Amendment today, but understand that it can be taken away, just like Roe versus Wade. That was back in 1973 regarding women and their bodies, and now we're visiting it again. I'm telling you, if you don't know your history, you're bound to repeat it. That's from somebody. I ain't going to steal it from you. But I'm going to say today's footnote, we're going to go out with a bang. That's what we got to do. We got to actually go out with a bang. As soon as I figure out where my mouse went.
I have one.
What'd you say?
I have a footnote.
Go ahead. What you got, baby doll? Look, baby doll, dark skin baby doll. He ain't light skinned. Ooh, and I like it. What you got, darling?
My footnote is this week's movie is Minority Report with what's the
Is ain't like some slave movie gonna make me sad?
No. It's actually good.
Yeah, it's with who's the white dude in it? Not Tom Hanks.
Is it Keanu Reeves?
No, it's with who does the Mission Impossible? Tom Cruise.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Watch Minority Report. That's what we're going.
We tied.
Let the choir sing.
Tear the roof off. Control your household, lovely people. Control it.